everyone, Mrs. Kramer here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about your reviewer role, which is the organizational officer. So this is for the next time you meet in class for the peer review circle. Here's a little bit more about your specific role and what your responsibilities are as the organizational officer. You're going to want to focus on making sure that your partners have an organized introduction and conclusion paragraph specifically. We're going to go through and review what are the components of a good introduction and conclusion, as well as some of the other things that students make mistakes on with regards to organization. So an analogy that I've used in the past is that writing an argument is like making a map. The introduction really serves as the compass or GPS. The body paragraphs are the route that leads to that final destination, which is the conclusion paragraph. So the components of an introduction is really you need to start either with an attention grabber or a hook, but it's important for you to set the context and summarize what's going on in this argument and the issue itself. You're going to want to explain your reasons, and oftentimes in a multi-paragraph essay, that's reiterating or restating your claims, the topic sentence of each of your body paragraphs. And then lastly, in your introduction paragraph, the very last sentence is going to be your thesis. And that's where you take a stance on the issue. You specifically say whether you agree or disagree with the prompt. So plan of development is what we call step 2, where you're highlighting the claims that you're going to be making throughout your argumentative writing. And they directly connect and support your thesis or your opinion on whatever topic it is you're writing about. So really, your introduction provides the direction that the argument is headed so that the audience knows what to expect. So as your reviewer role entails, you really need to look at your partner's topic sentences. If we're going with that analogy, those are really the landmarks on this journey. So that's where the points are being made to the audience as far as how the claims prove the thesis. As far as the conclusion is concerned, you need to make sure that you start by restating the thesis, and you don't want to use it word for word. You do want to paraphrase, switch it up a little bit. You can say the same thing, but you want to say it in a little bit different way. As far as the other sentences that comprise the conclusion paragraph, you're really just going to summarize your claims and how those claims defend your thesis. It's really important because the conclusion paragraph is the last impression that the audience is going to have. So if there's a way for you to apply that topic to a real-world experience for your audience, that is a really strong way to end your argumentative writing. So you'll see here in the visual that you have the introduction and conclusion that frames your body paragraphs, which are what the CIRCA framework helps you to do. So as far as peer reviewing, there are a couple of guiding questions that you can think about and ask yourself. You can ask, are the paragraphs in a logical order? You can also look at, do the sentences flow? Anything that has to do with organization is important as your reviewer role. So within the Google Doc, you can make suggestions using the comment tool. And I'm thinking that people might need a little bit of help with the plan of development because this is a newer concept for many of you. So make suggestions specifically regarding the plan of development. If it's not there, you can help them out by looking at their claims and even provide them with specific ideas. Also, really take a look at their paragraph order. You want to always end with your strongest claim. So maybe you feel like their second paragraph should actually be the third body paragraph because it was really well written and the claims and evidence really support the thesis. And then as far as highlighting and commenting on sentences that aren't in order or don't flow, that's something that you can also offer suggestions for help. Hopefully this video gave you a better idea of what your role is as organizational officer. But if you do have any questions, please ask your teacher before you start giving feedback to your group, because this is a team effort and you want to make sure that you're giving the right type of feedback. If you've done a review circle before, you could ask one of your members for some direction as well. That's always an option. So I look forward to hearing how the review circles went, and I hope you have a productive review circle. Thanks for watching.